Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be new makeup releases, sneak peeks, wish list, all of that. As you know, it's Wednesday and that's what's happening on Wednesdays here on my channel. And you know what? I need to update you on something that I've ordered and that I've been raving about all those last weeks. I just want to say ABH. Norvina. Okay, I told you last time that the Norvina 3 palette is on the way to me, sponsored by my super best friend. Thank you so much, sweetie. And on that same day when I was editing the video, I was just taking a break from editing, and I looked at my phone and then I saw I had a message from Beauty Bay that the Norvina 1 has come back in stock. And I knew I immediately have to order this because all of Europe is going to jump at that palette. So I did that. And you know what? I've been living on Beauty Bay those last days because I want to see when the Norvina 2 is going to go live on Beauty Bay, because I know that this is going to be sold out within, I don't know, an hour or something like that. So I went ahead and immediately ordered the Norvina 1, and it has already shipped and it should be here soon, hopefully. And now when I started filming, I went on Beauty Bay again and I saw that they have already put up the picture for the Norvina 2 and it says it's coming soon. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that palette, and as soon as it goes live, I'm going to order it. So with all of that being said, I have gone through a lot of emotional trouble yesterday when I'm filming this, and it was a very, very hard day. Nothing with me, nothing with my family, but with a person that I worked with, and this person is going through hell and it's just affecting me a lot. So I need to be in my safe space here, and I hope I'm not too rambly or something, but if I come across a little bit off, is because I've basically been shaking for like 18 hours now because this is really, really affecting me. All right, so I hope that this is going to be good. All right, the original creator is Samantha March. As you all know, her contact and the community playlist of all the creators who are doing this kind of a video is in the description box down below. And yeah, with all of that being said, let's just go in and find our happy place in our inner makeup goddess. All right, so let's go to the side and let's see what we can talk about. Okay, so the first thing I found, and I found that very, very interesting, is actually something from Berry Cosmetics. And I have not spoken about Berry Cosmetics yet, I think, because that sounded super, super new to me. And I think it is a UK-based brand, and it's coming out with 2 limited edition palettes that look like this. So we only see the outer packaging. This is just a sneak peek. And this is, let me just read this because this is a bit complicated for me to remember, okay? So it says here, we have teamed up with the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation to create 2 limited edition eyeshadow palettes to help fund and raise awareness for their vital conservation work. Okay, so 20% of the profits of the sale will go to the Barry M Wildlife Foundation, I guess, and yeah, it's going to be donated to the foundation. So that's amazing. First of all, I really, really love that, to have products with a purpose that is more than just makeup. I love that. And like to give, you know, and especially to animals. I love animals, so you know, most animals. All right, so that is that. So you can see here a tiger, like a normal tiger and a white tiger. not so good with like species, but wow, the artwork is so beautiful. Now I have no idea what is going to be in those palettes. I have no idea what the price of this will be. This is really the only information that is there, and I just know that it's going to be launching exclusively in Superdrug. I think that's like a drugstore in England, I think. Don't know. I think so. Anyway, so this looks amazing, and I hope they're going to have a lot of success and sell out fast and be able to give a good amount to that conservation foundation thing. That would be lovely, and I really, really love the artwork. And if that is, the artwork is an indication of what is in there, like especially the white tiger with the blue eyes, that could be like white shimmers and blues, and I would love that. So I can't wait to see what is in there. If they show us, then I'll definitely let you know. The next thing is from Marc Jacobs. They expanded their Lust and Stardust limited edition collection with the Eye-Conic multi-finish eyeshadow palette in Elec-Trick. So that is a very neutral palette with a little bit of like rosy, like two rosy shades. And I was thinking that this is gonna be amazing for most people. And that's why I'm showing it to you, not because I would love this necessarily, even though I think I could get maybe one nice look out of this. But it is a nice palette, I think, for the broad spectrum of customers. And I think that's, you know, it's very smart of them. So there is a matte black that you maybe can't see because it sort of disappears in the black packaging. It's to the very right of the palette. So that's that. And I think that's actually a very smart release of them. Not for me though, as you all know. It's gonna retail for $49.50. And that's that. Do I have a release date or is this already live? I don't know. It doesn't say here. Okay, so anyway, we're moving on to Anastasia. Hi. Hi, Anastasia. You know what? In my emotional state of mind right now, I almost want another Norvina palette. Maybe, Anastasia, just for me, could you maybe release a Norvina 4, please? Okay, seriously, I would be totally up for this. Anyway, okay, so Norvina, no, not Norvina, Anastasia Beverly Hills is coming out with another collaboration with Carli Bybel. And this is the palette. And actually, I mean, this is totally, I would say, I'm not following Carli Bybel anymore. I used to when I started to get into makeup. She's undoubtedly one of the most beautiful people. So jealous. Anyway, but this palette absolutely looks like her. It's not a super boring neutral palette. It has something. It's probably too little for me, but that is also something like a palette that I think is going to speak to most people who are maybe too scared is maybe the wrong word, but yeah, I'm just going to use that word, too scared of like really super bright and bold colors, because it is sort of a little bit colorful, but not just yet, you know, but it is very, very cute. And so that is the collaboration, and I think this is part of the holiday collection that is coming out. Let me just check if I'm saying this wrong or right. All right, this is launching on October 7th. Oh, that's today when I'm filming this. Okay, and it's going to be in the retailers on October 10th. So in that whole connection with the holiday collection, Anastasia, is also releasing a loose glitter set for $40, which is pretty. It's really, really pretty, and it looks like it's really finely milled, and I love that. I'm personally not gonna buy glitter for that price. It's not happening, but it looks really, really pretty. And also mini loose highlighters in a set for $48. So I think that is pretty. Is it for me? No. But I want to say in this whole connection with Norvina still and with Anastasia Beverly Hills that one of you wrote in the comments, I think last week, that you think that maybe Norvina is sort of like a sub-brand or something like this in the ABH world, and that sort of, it makes so much sense to me. And when I was reading this, I was like, wow, yes, that makes so much sense. And for me, that would also make explain why all of these releases, because if Norvina is not even really connected to ABH in the sense of releases, then why, you know, then why is there even an issue? Because Norvina does her thing and ABH does their thing. So at the end of the day, I really don't care. I'm happy that they release stuff. I'm really not here to complain at all. You know, I just don't get the whole argument. It's their problem. It's their problem if they want to release it or if they don't want to release it. Or I've also heard, who was that now? Was it Angelica? I think it was Angelica who said that they have a problem with people like, what's it called? They're sneaking like pictures of the upcoming releases to like some outside sources, and then it gets published before it was supposed to launch. Yeah, I don't know. I absolutely don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy that they're releasing nice stuff, and I'm not I'm not complaining. So anyway, so that's what it is for me. I'm very simple that way. All right, so next thing is Emby Boutique, and I'm not sure if it is still Emby Boutique, or because she changed her Instagram handle to Monique Boulay, MUA Boulay. I think it's called Monique Boulay. I think so, sorry. MUA, I don't know if she's still going by Emby Boutique, but I think we still know who is meant. Okay, so she's coming out with a new purple palette, which looks like this, and I think that looks really, really nice. And I even like that she put that blue in there. I think that's super, super cute. And yeah, I think this is a very, very beautiful palette. It's now available on her Etsy. And then there is also something, wait, where is that now? That is, and I've never heard of that. And it sounds a little bit scary, but it looks absolutely stunning. And she's calling this the Oil Slick Multi-Chrome Eyeshadows. They are available also on her Etsy, and they look absolutely amazing. Now, I saw the videos, which I have no idea how to include that here, but the shifts in those shadows are just absolutely beyond amazing. I don't know how you work with them, if they're like oily. How do you prevent them from slipping off your eyelids or something? I have no idea, but just from the way they look, it's absolutely amazing. And I also like that she writes here, all my eyeshadows are vegan, kosher, and cruelty free. Like, for me as a religious Jew, I love that she includes kosher. That's so cool. All right, so that was all from Emby Boutique, or Monique Boulay, MUA. All right, next thing is from Terra Moon's Cosmetics, and they're coming out with the iridescent chameleon shadows that look like this. I keep losing my page, I'm sorry. Okay, so they actually look really, really nice. They will release on October 26th, and the whole entire bundle costs you only $120. Or each shade individually for $17. Wow. Yeah, no, I can't, sorry. They look amazing, but I cannot. No, sorry. It looks really, really pretty, but that's too much. Okay, so then the next thing is from Divina Cosmetics, and that is a sneak peek, because they are coming out with a Sugar Drops collection, and this looks like it's like a kind of a translucent multi-chromes or something like this. I think this is super, super intriguing. I really cannot imagine really what is behind this, but the shift in it, like on the picture that you see here, that's just one of the shades, of course. That's a shift from pink to blue, or pink purple to blue. I think that's super, super nice. I love that. What's not to love, right? Yeah, so that is really, really intriguing. I don't know anything else. I don't know when it's going to go live. It's just a sneak peek, so we shall see. Next thing is from OMF Cosmetics, and that is a reveal of the autumn palette that they're going to release soon, and it looks like this. So I don't know what to think. Okay, so we have 6 shimmers in there. The 2 bottom rows are shimmers, and the top 3 are mattes. The ratio is always a little bit, you know, I would like to have it maybe the other way around, because I'm just really traditional that way. The shadows themselves look nice. It's just not, it doesn't pull me in as much as I would like to. Let's put it that way. I don't know. It's nice. I like it because it's not the stereotypical autumn palette that you would expect, you know, like we're going to talk about something like that later, where I'm going to show you exactly that is super expected, and for me that's so this is not so in the direction of being super expected. It's a little bit different. I like that. I also like the 2 different greens on the bottom row, and I also like actually this light teal there in the bottom right corner. But there's something that throws me off. Maybe it is even that orange, because it sort of feels like that was forced in. Could that be? Or am I totally off here? It sort of feels like that was forced in because there has to be an orange. It's not even a real orange. It's more like a corally orange, I think. It sort of, though, feels a little bit forced into the palette. But that could just be me. I don't know. Anyway, this is coming soon. It's not a bad palette at all. I like it. It's just something needs to still grow on me. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at it next week and think differently, but right now it's not so much my thing. Next thing is from Leorah, and Leorah is collaborating with Rachel Zoe, I think. Don't know 100%, but it's a collaboration, and that's gonna be the holiday collection. And unfortunately I only have this messy picture where they just threw everything together, and I don't think that is very smart, because eyes get overwhelmed with stuff like this, and if you are revealing a holiday collection like this, not my piece of cake. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. This is going to launch October 13th, and that is, it seems to be 4 different palettes and lip glosses, and I think bullet lipsticks, if I can see that right, a highlighter. Not 100% sure, because it's not described here what it is. They just put it there, so I don't know. Anyway, so that is that, and it's going to come to Ulta Beauty, and it's going to be available on the Leorah website. All right. Okay, next thing is from Makeup Revolution. So Makeup Revolution is coming out with the Good Vibes collection, and I think this is actually cute. You know, it's this palette, for example, and it's neutrals with teals, and that is not super spectacular, but it's sort of, maybe it's just really, again, my whole state of emotional mess right now, that this, I feel it's super calming for me, and I almost want this. But I find it very, very pleasing. Yeah, the only thing I don't understand is the packaging outside, because there you have yellow and you have the bright green, and you have, of course, an overwhelming amount of fuchsia. And then the palette is really, really different from that. So I wish it would be a little bit more, how do you say, cohesive? You know, that it's like it fits, that it would fit more, maybe. But other than that, I find this very, very pleasing. So in this whole collection, they are also coming out with eyebrow gels and a mascara and a purifying priming water. And then there's also more stuff coming soon. There's a lip nourishing tint and a calming fixing spray and so forth. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff coming as usual on Revolution. But yeah, so that's what it is. Is that for me now? I like to look at it. I don't have to have it, but it looks nice. It looks nice. The palette costs $15, and that's the usual, I think that's the usual price for their Forever Flawless line. And the quality is good. So what can I say? All right, the next thing is BH Cosmetics. I'm so enjoying this. Okay, so this is the next mini Zodiac series thing. It's the Libra palette, and that has just launched. It's on sale. It's $14, and you know, I don't know what to say. I feel like finally the stress is just like peeling off me, so that's nice. That's really, really nice. Anyway, so just look at the swatches and let me know what you think. Does that look like something you would want? Please. Okay, so I want to say that it looks a little bit like Disney princesses, which is not the worst thing. I mean, in this whole series of those zodiac signs, we had worse palettes than this. But again, we mustn't forget that the background of those shadows is a very, very bright and vibrant fuchsia. So take this away and put that on a white background or on a beige background, then you would see the difference already in that palette. Plus, while this is not the worst palette, I think there's absolute depth missing in this palette. What kind of look do you create with only light shadows? You know? Like, I'm not the person who needs only one palette to create a look. I know I can always go to other palettes and whatever, but I think the whole purpose of a palette is that you can create at least one look, a complete look, you know, and that I don't see that in here. Plus the swatches look really, really terrible. Sorry, but that's like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna get this surprise. That's, yeah, $14. Anyway, the next thing is from LA Girl, and they're launching 2 new Fierce and Wild eyeshadow palettes. So one is going to be named Instinct, and the other one is named Untamed. And yeah, so this is how they look. I think that is very wearable. Very wearable for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to really enjoy this. For me, it's not, because I'm going to try to limit my brown intake to as much as I can. I mean, sometimes you can't prevent it. Like, for example, in the Divina one that I just ordered and that is coming, there's going to be a couple of browns in there and things like this. So, and I have already 2 or 3 palettes that are just browns, and I don't need more. So I'm not going to buy this, even though there are a few shades that in there that are really, really beautiful, but it's just not, I can't justify that. So they're available for $18 each, and yeah, that's all. Okay, Colourpop. Colourpop is amazing. I actually wanted to order something from Colourpop the other week and everything was sold out on their website. That was so frustrating, you know. Anyway, so they're coming out with their next collaboration, and that is again a Disney designer thing, and that is the Midnight Masquerade collection. Did I say collaboration? I meant collection. Okay, so that is launching on today. That's launching today. Wow. Okay. So this is how it looks. And yeah, so it's going to be the Midnight Masquerade palette, which looks somehow very familiar to me. Then 8 blushes / highlighter compacts. Then there is the Princess bundles. And I guess that is then a highlighter or blush with a lip product together. That's how I understand it. And I don't know. The thing is, you know, when I saw this, the highlighters actually spoke to me. And I thought then maybe I could get, you know, maybe, I don't know if you can see this big enough, but the highlighter in the bottom right corner that is like super orangey peachy, that really, really looked nice. And I would have liked to have this, especially also for my work kit. And then I thought, what are my clients going to think? What are they going to think when I say, okay, it's time to do some highlighter, and then I'm going to take out a Disney princess highlighter? You know what I mean? That is not, you know. But that's just my thing. Like, I just don't like stuff like this because it is sort of a little bit childish. I love the Disney movies. I love princesses. I'm a queen, so why shouldn't I love princesses, right? But it's just that I don't need it on my makeup necessarily. I would prefer if the packaging would be just black, honestly. You know, midnight black, put some stars on it, something, you know. But yeah. The palette itself looks okay, though the top row is just super, super neutral. But it just looks very much like, you know, the Disney villains and the, what was the other one? You know, there were like Disney princesses and the Disney villains, maybe. You know, those 2 palettes, I think it is, of course it is in the same line because it's also a Disney collaboration, but I don't know. I don't know if one needs this really. That's, you know. Okay, so the palette's going to retail for $22, and did I say that already? I don't know. Sorry. The blushes or highlighters are going to be $10. The Princess bundles is going to be $18, and the lip products by themselves is going to be $8. The next thing is from Physicians Formula, and Physicians Formula is coming out with a very, very big palette that is called the Ultimate Muru Butter Collection. It's 58 shades, it's limited edition, and it's going to retail for $48. So you have 8 shades of bronzers, 7 shades of highlighters, you have 7 shades of blushes, you have 24 eyeshadows, and you have 12 lip shades. So when you look at the whole thing, and there's also a mirror that can be sort of flipped out. I started to look at this really only because of the blushes, honestly, because they really spoke to me. I would like to have that blush palette as a separate thing, not as part of this whole huge thing. If the lip products wouldn't be in there, because I hate that I really, really hate, but if the lip products wouldn't be in there, I would like to have this in my work kit, honestly, because there are a lot of shades that just speak to the most people, and then also with an abundance of blushes, an abundance of different shades of bronzers and highlighters, that would make sense for me as a working makeup artist. Now, for a person that gets this at home or orders it herself or gets it as a gift, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe it does. I don't know. if one person needs so many bronzers, and then also like really, really dark shades of bronzers, if you're maybe very fair, I don't know if that really makes sense, but for a makeup artist, I would think, because you have different clients in different shades, sort of, you know, that would make sense. But anyway, I'm not gonna get this, but just because of the lip products, I think that is really, I don't like that. I like them to be separate. Without the lip products, it would be more intriguing for me, but not personally for me, just for work. Okay, next thing is an update, because last time we spoke about HipDot, and HipDot was releasing or showing us last time, they showed us half of the Napa palette, and I was very intrigued because it was like orangey, red, pinks and things like this, so I thought this is gonna be super spectacular. Now now they released this picture and I'm a tiny little bit let down, because I thought it could have been way more spectacular. It's not a bad palette, but for me it is maybe a little bit too little at this point. Maybe just because I don't just have 2 palettes at home, right? So they have had better palettes. You know, I think so. Anyway, it's not a bad palette. I like the color scheme overall, but for me, this is a pass. Anyway, they call it the Pumpkin Spice Dream. I don't know why. This is the whole thing again that I also spoke with you last week about, this whole thing with pumpkin. How do people envision pumpkin? I have a different image of pumpkin. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the only one who's wrong. That could quite possibly be. All right, then I wanted to give you another update on Fabled fragrances, and I was sort of raving about Fabled fragrances last time. I told you that they have spectacular stuff, and I had shown you those very muted, dark, murky eyeshadows that they had released for, was it a sneak peek or was it a release? I don't know, for the Halloween collection, and they said there would be more. So now we know that there are 6 more lip shades that are also super murky dark, except the blue one. Yeah, so that is the whole collection, I think, as far as I understand it now. Personally, those lip shades are not so my piece of cake. Maybe just because I'm more traditional when it comes to my lips. How traditional am I today? not quite sure. But anyway, I would probably not put like a grayish kind of a lipstick on my lips. I don't think so. But I still love those eyeshadows. They are so beautiful. This brand is special. There is something super special about this brand, and I can't even really put it into words because I need to try this brand. I think that's the only solution. Okay, then another update from last week, because we had spoken about Mixup the makeup, and they had come out with the sweater weather palette, and I think there was just the last row of colors was still missing because it was not all the way released. So now we have the whole picture, and that's the palette, what I mentioned to you earlier, that looks super expected. So that's what I meant. That's what I meant, and I know that there are a lot of people are gonna love this one. I just really feel like, especially that green in the top right corner, because it sort of has a little bit of a blue undertone. Okay, sweeties, I think I had some problems with my camera, because now this section is much later. I'm filming this much later because I already started editing, and I saw that a whole section of my filming was missing, and really thank God that I already started editing, so I can just sit down the same person, like with the same dress and everything, to just make up for this. As you can see, the lipstick is off because I just ate lunch. Anyway, so and after that section is over, we're just gonna flip back to the original footage. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I was talking to you about the Mixup the makeup sweater weather palette, and I think I had stopped where I was talking about those green shades. So there was in the top right corner that one green shade with a blue undertone, and then next to it the one with the yellow undertone. So I was thinking this one with the blue undertone feels a little bit misplaced in the palette. If it is just like this, I feel there is an imbalance in the palette for me personally. I do feel if there would have been more greens and a more of a variety of greens, for example, like a dark forest green and another like a more like a murky olive green or something like this, different kinds of greens, so it would not just be one warm green and one cool green. I think that would make more sense for me, and then the whole palette for me would be a little bit more usable, you know what I mean? But that's just for me, you know, my opinion. So anyway, this cool green bugs me a little bit, just because it is on its own and everything else is warm. If there, like I said, if there would have been more greens and a different variety of cool and warm greens, then that would have made more sense for me. And then the other thing that got lost on the way in my footage is from Makeup Geek, and they're coming out with 2 new bundles, each one retailing for $20, and one of them looks like this. It's browns and beige and like a minty kind of a green situation. And then the second one is browns and beige and an orangey rose kind of a situation. So just wanted to show you this, because I'm sure that a lot of people, again, will love this, will find this really, really useful. I have no idea about the Makeup Geek formula. I've heard, though, that it's very good. So, yeah, just wanted to show you, to give you the complete picture, and that's that. So more I can really not say about this. So now we're going to go back to the original footage. Then the absolute highlight of my week is the Didi signature, I think, cosmetics palettes. Okay, so they're coming out soon with the new strawberry palette and the orange palette. Amazing. That's absolutely my thing. The strawberry palette will retail for $24, the orange palette for $26. I don't know, you know, the biggest thing that I don't understand about these palettes, besides that it's the shape of fruits, that's again, I just have such a thing with these weird shaped palettes. It's just not for me. I don't tick that way. I want a traditional palette. It can be super flamboyant inside. Outside, I really want it simple, sleek, you know, fits in every pocket, you know, even if it's like big, but at least it's like, you know. Anyway, what I don't understand, especially about the strawberry palette, is the yellow. Why? I don't know. Why is there a yellow in the strawberry palette? That yellow belongs in the orange palette, and the whitish silver from the orange palette belongs in the strawberry palette, if you ask me. But that's just me. Anyway, not liking it too much. Alright, so that is the last thing for today. What were my favorites? Let me just go back to the middle. What are going to be my highlights this week? I think I want to do an honorary mention, which is going to be the Berry Cosmetics 2 palettes, the one with the tigers. I think that is amazing that they're doing this, and that they're giving back and giving so much of the profit to that wildlife organization. I think that's super, super nice. Plus the whole artwork of those 2 palettes was absolutely stunning, but I don't know how the palettes are going to look, so I'm going to leave that a little bit to the side, but I really do think that that is an amazing release as of what we see right now. And then my highlights of the week are going to be Emby Boutique, the purple palette and the oil slick shadows, which is a bit scary but super intriguing. So that's Emby Boutique, or Monique Boulay, MUA, whatever the official name is right now. I'm not 100% sure. And then I want to say also the Divina Cosmetics, the Sugar Drops. Is it Sugar Drops? Yeah, Sugar Drops collection that is going to launch soon. I'm super intrigued to see maybe other creators using it or something, and see how it looks and how it performs and what is all coming in that collection. So that looks super, super nice and can't wait. So anyway, so I hope that I feel much better now. thank you so much for being here with me, because really I've been through so much turmoil those last hours, and I didn't even know how I drove home yesterday. I don't even know how I got through the end of the day, and this morning I had the biggest trouble to put on my makeup. I didn't even, I wanted to film the look, I couldn't film it. I was so off, and I was on the phone basically most of the time with my best friend, talking with her, and even that was at some point too much. And I said, I just need to be quiet and not think and not say anything, and I never have this, like almost never, you know. And so that is really I've been super thrown off my tracks by this experience yesterday, and but now I've been in my happy zone, so that was really helpful. So thank you so much for being here with me, and if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here as part of my tribe. That's part of my tribe. And if you have any comments, then please leave them in the comment section down below. Is there anything that you super liked or didn't like at all, or something else you want to share, then please feel free to do so. You'll find everything that I spoke about and everything in the description box down below, as always. And I'll see you here tomorrow for my next video, and up until then, go ahead and sparkle. The world needs sparkles, sweeties. The world needs our sparkles, so let's do that. And I love you so much. See you here tomorrow. Hugs and kisses. Bye.